Hello everyone and welcome back to DY Books. Today, we are diving into one of the most influential personal finance books of all time, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This book has changed the way many people think about money and wealth building. In this video, we will be sharing 3 key takeaways that can transform your financial mindset. So, grab a notepad and get ready to enrich your financial IQ. The importance of financial education. In the bustling city of Mumbai, India, lived 2 families, the Guptas and the Vermas. Both families worked diligently to make ends meet, but they had very different approaches to money and financial education. The Gupta family followed the traditional path. Mr. Gupta, the patriarch, held a stable job at a reputable company. He had spent years studying hard, earning degrees, and climbing the corporate ladder. His wife, Mrs. Gupta, also had a steady job as a school teacher. Together, they diligently saved a portion of their salaries and invested in their children's education. Their children, Rohit and Neha, excelled in school and were encouraged to pursue lucrative careers in engineering and medicine, following the well-trodden path of academic success. The Guptas believed that job security and a regular paycheck were the keys to financial stability. They seldom discussed money matters at home, considering it impolite and unnecessary. On the other side of the city lived the Verma family. Mr. Verma, known as Rich Dad by his friends and family, had a different perspective on money. He wasn't wealthy by conventional standards, but he possessed a wealth of financial knowledge. He had a small business that he managed alongside his regular job. Mrs. Verma worked part-time as a freelance content writer. While they earned less than the Guptas, they were financially savvy. Their children, Ravi and Maya, often saw their parents reading books about money, attending financial seminars, and discussing investments at the dinner table. Rich Dad believed in financial education. He taught Ravi and Maya the difference between assets and liabilities at a young age. He explained that assets were things that put money in their pockets, like a rental property or investments, while liabilities were things that took money out, like a car loan or credit card debt. As Ravi and Maya grew older, Rich Dad encouraged them to explore entrepreneurship and invest in income-generating assets. They started a small online business selling handmade crafts and began investing in mutual funds. Their financial education opened doors to opportunities that the Guptas had never considered. Years passed, and the Guptas and the Vermas faced financial challenges. Mr. Gupta lost his job due to a company restructuring, and Mrs. Gupta's school reduced her hours. They found themselves struggling to pay the mortgage and their children's college tuition. The Guptas felt trapped by their reliance on their jobs and lack of financial education. In contrast, the Vermas had built a diverse portfolio of assets over the years. Ravi and Maya's small business had grown into a profitable venture, and their investments had multiplied. When faced with financial setbacks, they had the knowledge and resources to adapt and recover. Rich Dad's teachings had given them financial resilience. This tale of 2 families in Mumbai illustrates the first key takeaway from Rich Dad Poor Dad in an Indian context. Financial education is like a compass that can guide individuals and families toward a secure and prosperous future. While the Guptas focused on traditional education and job security, the Vermas understood the importance of learning about money, investing wisely, and creating income-generating assets. In the ever-changing landscape of the Indian economy, the Vermas thrived because they had the financial education to navigate the challenges and seize opportunities, ultimately achieving financial independence and peace of mind. Assets versus liabilities. In the bustling streets of New Delhi, India, 2 friends, Raj and Sameer, grew up with dreams of financial success. They both came from middle-class families and shared a common aspiration to build a secure future for themselves and their families. Little did they know that their differing approaches to assets and liabilities would shape their financial destinies. Raj, a diligent and frugal young man, followed the traditional path to financial stability. He believed that the key to financial success was to save as much money as possible and avoid debt at all costs. After graduating from college, Raj secured a stable job in the IT sector. He diligently saved a portion of his salary, lived a modest lifestyle, and always paid his bills on time. Raj's primary goal was to pay off his student loans and car loan as quickly as possible. He considered these debts burdens that needed to be eliminated. Samir, on the other hand, had a different perspective. He had read Rich Dad Poor Dad and embraced the concept of assets and liabilities. Samir understood that not all debt was created equal. He believed in using leverage to acquire income-generating assets. After completing his MBA, Samir took out a loan to start a small business. While this meant taking on debt, he saw it as an investment in his future. His business began to thrive, providing him with a steady stream of income. As the years passed, Raj and Samir's financial situations diverged. Raj diligently paid off his student loans and car loan, but he struggled to save enough to invest in assets. His savings account grew, but it didn't generate any significant returns. Samir, on the other hand, had used his business profits to invest in rental properties and a diversified portfolio of stocks and mutual funds. These investments produced passive income that added to his wealth over time. One day, a sudden economic downturn hit India. Many companies, including the one Raj worked for, faced financial difficulties. Raj's job became uncertain, and he found himself under increasing pressure to cover his family's expenses. He had diligently avoided debt but lacked the cushion of income-generating assets to fall back on. The economic crisis left him vulnerable. Samir also felt the impact of the downturn, but he had prepared differently. His business faced challenges, but the rental income from his properties and dividends from his investments provided a safety net. Samir understood that these assets were working for him, even during tough times. As the economic situation improved, Raj and Samir met for a conversation. Raj was intrigued by Samir's financial resilience and wanted to learn more. Samir explained the concept of assets and liabilities, emphasizing that not all debt was bad. He showed Raj how his income-generating assets had weathered the storm and continued to grow in value. Inspired by Samir's success, Raj decided to change his approach. He began investing in mutual funds and exploring opportunities in real estate. He realized that while eliminating certain types of debt was important, leveraging debt to acquire income-generating assets was equally crucial for building wealth. Over time, Raj diversified his portfolio and started to experience the benefits of assets working for him. His financial situation improved, and he gained a sense of financial security he had never known before. He understood that the key to financial success in the Indian context was not just saving money but also intelligently investing in assets that could generate income and grow in value. In this story of two friends, Raj and Samir, set in the backdrop of New Delhi, we see the second key takeaway from Rich Dad Poor Dad applied in an Indian context. It illustrates that understanding the difference between assets and liabilities and strategically leveraging debt to acquire income-generating assets can lead to financial security and wealth accumulation. Samir's approach to building a portfolio of assets ultimately provided him with financial resilience, while Raj's focus solely on debt elimination left him vulnerable to economic uncertainties. This tale serves as a valuable lesson for anyone aspiring to achieve financial success in India or elsewhere. The power of entrepreneurship. In the vibrant city of Bangalore, India, two cousins, Arjun and Vikram, embarked on their respective journeys to financial success, embodying the third key takeaway from Rich Dad Poor Dad: the power of entrepreneurship. Arjun and Vikram hailed from middle-class families with similar backgrounds. They both completed their engineering degrees and secured jobs at reputable IT companies, which was a common path to financial stability in their circles. Arjun, inspired by the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, had always dreamt of starting his own business. He understood that true financial independence could come from entrepreneurship and owning income-generating assets. He started a side hustle, an e-commerce venture selling specialty teas from India to international markets. It began as a small venture operated from his home, but he nurtured it diligently during his free time. Vikram, on the other hand, followed a more conventional path. He believed in the security of a salaried job and the stability it offered. Vikram's goal was to climb the corporate ladder, earn promotions, and secure a comfortable future for himself and his family. Years passed, and both Arjun and Vikram faced challenges in their careers. Arjun's e-commerce business grew steadily, and he was able to hire a small team. While he faced uncertainties and occasional setbacks, his entrepreneurial spirit kept him going. He knew that he was building something that could eventually provide him with financial freedom. Vikram, on the other hand, excelled in his job and received promotions as he had planned. However, he also experienced the downsides of corporate life: long hours, job insecurity due to layoffs during economic downturns, and limited control over his financial future. He realized that despite his salary increases, he was still trading time for money and had little to show in terms of assets. One day, a significant economic recession hit India, and many IT companies, including Vikram's, were forced to downsize. Vikram was let go from his job, and he found himself facing a harsh reality. He had always believed in job security, but now he was without a job, with a family to support and a mortgage to pay. Arjun, although affected by the recession as well, was in a different position. His e-commerce business had grown significantly, and he had diversified his income streams. While his business faced challenges, he had savings and income from his various ventures that provided a safety net. He knew that entrepreneurship wasn't immune to economic downturns, but he had more control over his financial destiny. Vikram, struggling to find another job in the tough job market, reached out to Arjun for advice. Arjun shared his entrepreneurial journey, explaining how he had diversified his income sources and built a business that continued to generate income even during difficult times. Inspired by Arjun's story, Vikram decided to explore entrepreneurship himself. He started a consulting business in his area of expertise and used his network to secure his first clients. It was a challenging journey, but Vikram persevered, learning about marketing, financial management, and the importance of building a brand. Over time, Vikram's consulting business grew, and he too began to experience the benefits of entrepreneurship. He realized that being an entrepreneur not only provided financial independence but also allowed him to pursue his passions and have greater control over his time and decisions. In the end, both Arjun and Vikram found success in entrepreneurship, but their paths were vastly different. Arjun had embraced entrepreneurship early, and his e-commerce business had provided him with a solid foundation. Vikram, inspired by the power of entrepreneurship, had started his consulting business and found financial freedom through it. This story of two cousins in Bangalore illustrates the third key takeaway from Rich Dad Poor Dad in an Indian context. It emphasizes the importance of entrepreneurship as a path to financial independence and control over one's financial destiny. While a stable job can provide security, it may not offer the same level of control and wealth-building potential that entrepreneurship can provide. Arjun and Vikram's journeys serve as a reminder that in India, as in other parts of the world, entrepreneurship can be a powerful means to achieve financial success and personal fulfillment. And there you have it, folks, 3 invaluable takeaways from Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Remember, it's not just about earning money, but how you manage, invest, and grow it that truly matters. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for more financial wisdom. If you have got any other books or topics you'd like us to explore in future videos, drop your suggestions in the comments below. Thanks for joining us today, and as always, stay financially savvy. See you in the next video.